Hi guys, welcome back to a new vlog. I am hosting a brunch and I don't think I've ever really shown you guys on YouTube like the process behind planning my dinner parties and everything. It's kind of centered around flower arranging because I always like to have some sort of like interactive element to my dinner parties. Today I am going to this market on the west side to look and see what I can find for my dinner party. It is literally the perfect time of year to wear something like this because it's definitely sweater weather. Like I could probably go out without a jacket on, but I thought this little trench from Coast would be so perfect. We're gonna take the train, but yeah, so excited, let's go. All right, you guys, I stopped for a bagel, but now I am just about to walk into the market. The houses along here are so beautiful. I'll just show you guys. Is all the silverware.
You just wanted a private. I just left the market and I found a few things, not as many things as I thought I would, but that's okay. I'll show you what I found when I get home. But now I'm just walking down the most beautiful street with the most beautiful townhomes, and I'm headed towards Central Park. Hi guys, I didn't just get home. I got home like 2 hours ago, and then I had to film an ad for Madewell, which this sweater and this top are from Madewell, super cute. But I wanted to show you what I picked up from the market. The first thing I got was this little silver ladle. This was $30. But I thought this would be good for soup, which I'm planning on serving a soup at my lunch. This would just be like a serving spoon, but it's really pretty because it has like this scallop detail on it. Mother of pearl handle on a silver like cake lifter. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hi you guys, it is Thursday. We are 2 days out from my brunch, which I'm very excited about. So today the prep continues, and one thing that I like to do usually like the day before, but this time I'm being super proactive. I feel like because it's a brunch, it's a little bit more like you need to prep more in advance, because on the day of the dinner party, you can wake up at like 6 a.m. and you have hours to prep the food and make sure everything looks perfect. But for a brunch, it really, I feel like all of that prep starts kind of like the day before. So today, 2 days out, I'm kind of gonna try and lay the groundwork of the tablescape. Also figuring out like logistically what the layout is gonna be. So like I told you guys, we are gonna be doing flower arranging, which I'm very excited about. And I've kind of been trying to think like, what is the best way to lay that out? Are we doing it at the table? Are we doing it on the island and then eating? If you're someone who likes to host but you have like limited space or whatever, definitely get an extendable dining table. I will link the one that we have below and maybe a few other options. So when it's extended, it can sit 3 people on each side. And at this dinner party, it's only gonna be 4 of us, including me, maybe 5. I'm still waiting on another girl to confirm, but I knew I wanted to keep it at like 5 or less I didn't want it to be, like I feel like flower arranging with like 8 or 10 people would just be chaotic, and I feel like my apartment would turn into like a flower shop. So I'm keeping it at like 4 or 5 girls. So I'm gonna extend the table. So I feel like if we kind of like do the flower arranging first and then eat, I think it's just not gonna be the vibe. Like, let's do our flowers and chitty chat. But I don't know, let me know in the comments what you guys think about that setup. But I think like that's the vibe. We're all just girls hanging out, doing our flowers, eating our little quiche and drinking our little drinks and chatting. So that's the vibe that I have planned out for this. Yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, I want to start off by giving you guys sort of like an overview of my space. So when you walk into my apartment, we have the kitchen, and this is where I was thinking of having like the food spread out. Right now I have all my groceries here, but kind of like along this front edge I would have the quiche and the other things that I'm making that I can't remember right now. And then you walk in and this is sort of like the living room area. I have a little chair right there, got the TV, whatever. And then this is sort of like the dining area. So I have this credenza where I keep like all of my glassware and stuff like that. And then I have these little knickknacks on top. But this is sort of like where we're gonna be doing the flower arranging on the table, and I need to extend the table out. So it's gonna come probably like a little further out to here. But I'm trying to decide, like, do I wanna keep these items on here or clean it up? Maybe I just have the flowers laid out there and people can pull from there and then decorate at the table so that the table isn't like totally covered with flowers. But yeah, that is kind of like the overview of the space. So these are my tablecloths, and as you can see right now, I have a black one on here. I love this one, it's so big. I'm gonna link where this one and the black one are from. It's this company that has like so many different dimensions of tablecloths, which is honestly kind of hard to find. But anyway, I have a black one on currently. I think that black is just gonna be a little too stark for this, like too dark, and I don't want the vibe to be as moody. I want it to be like bright and airy and, you know, brunch vibes, even though I do feel like the flowers would pop really beautifully on the black. So I pulled out this beige one, and then I pulled out this white linen one. This one is from Jenny Kane. Honestly, I am leaning towards the beige because I think it's just gonna be a little less like stark and harsh on the eyes as the white one. And also we're gonna be like cutting flowers and all of that. So I think that this is gonna hide any sort of like debris and stains a little bit easier than the white. So yeah, I'm gonna take this black one off. I'm gonna extend the table and we'll see how the beige one looks. This is honestly like the hardest part. Pulling this table apart on your own is so difficult. You guys are about to witness this. I'm gonna talk you through how it works. So underneath the table there are like these little latches. So you undo those, and then normally there would be 2 people here and you both just pull from either side. But one thing about being a girl, I feel like we can do anything ourselves. Even if it's really hard and we feel like we need like the strength of a man, like deep down we will get that done. Either way, like we'll make it happen. So anyway, I'm gonna pull this out, put your back into it. Okay. So in here, there is this board that goes in the center. It's really nice that you can store it just right underneath the table. Very heavy. Lift it up. My dream when I get a house is to have a closet strictly for hosting stuff. I think in there I would have like a rack where I could hang all of my tablecloths. So now I'm gonna use these things, which I'm gonna link below for you guys. These are a lifesaver for making your tablecloths stay in place. I wish I had like an acrylic version of these, but I'm gonna show you how they work. Basically here at the edge of the table, you put these here and slide them on just like that, and they hook onto the edge and they hold the tablecloth in place and keep it from sliding. I'm not gonna keep these on for the party, I don't think, but I'm gonna put them here now while I try and get the wrinkles out of this tablecloth. What I used to do is I used to try and steam my tablecloths, and I also bought an iron, but to be frank, I don't really have an ironing board, and I feel like with a piece this big, even with the iron, like it would just be really, really difficult to get all the wrinkles out. So what I have here is a plastic spray bottle filled with warm water. You don't want to put in boiling water, okay? This is plastic. But what's really great about this one is it has like a really fine mist, and if you pump it a few times, it'll just keep going. I will say your hand is still gonna hurt after using this, but what I try to do is just focus it on the creases, and then afterwards I'll go over and like get the whole thing kind of damp. Don't worry about your table. Actually, use your own discretion. I get it pretty wet, especially on the deeper creases, because I want them to go away. And I used to get nervous, like, oh my God, am I gonna fuck up my table? But I think it dries so quickly that it doesn't cause any water damage on the wood on my table. But definitely check in on your table. Maybe do a test, a trial spot. But I've never had any problems. And again, like, you're not trying to soak it, but you just want to get it like damp enough so that you can then spread it out, and the weight of the water is enough to keep it sort of like flat once you go over with your hands. Okay, now that most of it is pretty wet and damp, you're just gonna spread it out with your fingers to get those wrinkles out. Okay, as you can see, it's looking a lot flatter. I'm gonna let this dry. This usually takes like 15 minutes, and then I'll reassess and see if there are any spots that I need to go over. Sometimes if you have like a really stubborn crease, I'll put a book on top and let it dry that way. This one I'm gonna have to go over again. And then now while the top is drying, I'm gonna go over this like side area, only the side that faces forward that people are actually gonna see. I'm just gonna get this wet and see if I can get some of those wrinkles to drop. Okay, so these are all of my vases that I just pulled out. I've just accumulated these from being some flowers over the years. But yeah, they're really dirty. They need to be cleaned. I'm gonna see how many of these I actually think I need. I think I'll probably end up using all of them. This one is so beautiful, but it's kind of mismatched with the rest. So I think I'm just gonna stick with these ones that are super like clean, but I might put an arrangement on inside this and then keep it like here on the corner with the food spread. But I always just pop these in the dishwasher, you guys. Like, I used to wash these by hand and be so delicate with them. You can pop them in the dishwasher if they're glass, and they come out so clean, way cleaner than if I did it myself. Now for the fun part. Fun, but sometimes stressful because I don't always have the right setup. But we are gonna go through this credenza and pull out the flatware that we want to use for the food. It's time to polish the silver. I have these silver candlesticks, which I absolutely adore. They were beyond overpriced. I still like just cringe at the thought of how expensive these were, but they are beautiful. I love how skinny they are, and they have this like very old school but still like modern feel to them. I think because they're so skinny they feel modern, but then they still have that like old school detailing. So clearly I've not polished these in a long time, so I'm gonna polish these up. I also need to go over them with a little bit of hot water because you can see there are some bits of wax stuck to these. So I try not to use too much hot water in these because they are only silver plated, which is also why I felt ill when I bought them. I don't want to like mess up the silver by using too much hot water, but there's just so much wax accumulation that I don't think I can get around it. So I'm gonna get the wax off these, and then these are silver serving spoons that I got while I was in Italy 2 summers ago, and I'm gonna polish these up as well. So when I polish my silver, I use this cloth, which I just ordered on Amazon. It is from this company, and basically when you polish silver, you need to use like specific things. And this cloth is sort of like coated in a specific silver cleaner. Now, this is really dirty. I've used this a lot. And the inside is what really is gonna remove the tarnish, and then the outside you can use to sort of like polish it and finish it off. I need to order more of these, but this will still work. It still has a lot of coating on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a polish with this. And one thing you always want to do when you're polishing is use gloves because it will stain your manicure. And look how squeaky clean these are. They look brand new. So I'm gonna link this polishing cloth in the caption for you guys. But now let's pick out the silverware. This is the box that I keep some more supplies in when I like to host. So these are little utensil holders that my boyfriend's mom got for us. Everyone loved these in my first dinner party video that I posted on TikTok, and I'm definitely going to be using these again because they really help to protect the tablecloth. Basically, you just rest your knife on here. And then underneath here, I have some like antique style silverware that I got on Etsy. It's really beautiful and I would love to use it for this, but because I'm serving soup, I don't know if I can because I don't have any matching spoons. So I think I'm just gonna use my usual modern silverware for this, but we'll see if I can figure something out. Good morning, you guys. It is flower day and I am up and ready to go to the market. I am a little tired because I did my hair last night, but it turned out really good. I did a little hair gloss, so now it's fresh for the dinner party. My outfit today is black turtleneck, which I think this is my first turtleneck of the season. Very exciting. The same jacket that I wore at the beginning of this video, which I saw when I checked that it was sold out. So hopefully it's back in stock now. I'm gonna link this. It's just so good. It's so like also easy to wear when you're like going to shop or anything like that, because it's like there's basically, it's not like really a real coat. There's just like a little button on the inside holding it together. Anyway, I'm wearing a belt with a brass buckle. This is from Madewell. I think I got this in high school. And then Madewell jeans. Madewell just has the best denim. And my ballet flats from Chanel. Also, my sunglasses are also from Madewell. I'm doing a collab with them this month, which I'm very excited about because I really do wear a lot of their stuff. But yeah, we're gonna head to the flower market today. So on the list is flowers, obviously, and I'm gonna kind of be going with this color palette. And then I'm also gonna get baskets for everyone so that they can put their flower arrangement inside something and carry it home. And then I'm gonna see if I can find like some baby scissors for everyone to use as well. And then maybe they can also take those home in their basket and then they can continue this hobby on their own should they choose. So let's go down to our Uber. You guys, we got the flowers. I'm so excited. I didn't get to take too many clips at the flower market because I was also shooting for TikTok, to be honest. But I'm gonna unpackage these with you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the color palette that we're going for. So I tried to pull a lot of like deep purple and then these sort of like soft oranges. I didn't want to choose anything too vibrant. In the orange category, we have these beautiful yellow flowers and then these deep hydrangeas. So I'm gonna undo all of these and I'm gonna trim down some of the stems and just make them a little bit more manageable so that when we're arranging tomorrow, it's less of like needing to cut off the stems and the leaves and stuff like that, and we can just focus on like arranging. So I'm gonna open these up and I'm gonna stick them in a little bit of water. So one thing that I wanted to tell you guys is if you're inspired by my brunch and the whole flower arranging aspect of it, this is totally something that you could do yourself with your friends. You don't have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on flowers or anything like that. There's definitely like a way to do it that's a little bit more cost efficient. So what I would recommend doing is to tell a bunch of your girlfriends that you want to do an activity like this, which I feel like even that in like the first place can be kind of nerve-wracking. One thing that I've never really told you guys before is that I get really nervous when I send the invites out for my dinner parties because I'm like, well, what if no one wants to come? Or what if everyone's busy? Or what if people are tired of coming? Like my friends that I've invited a few times, like I get so nervous every time before I send out my invites. So I think it's normal to be maybe a little nervous to ask your friends to do something like this. But at the end of the day, like I think people always are so excited to be like thought of and considered to do something together social, especially when it's something sort of like this where it's a little out of the ordinary. Maybe you can arrange it around the seasons too, so it's kind of like, hey guys, like fall is coming up, I saw Olivia's video, you can send them my video and be like, thought this was so cute, why don't we do something like this together? And it can be as easy as saying, you know, how about everyone goes to Trader Joe's and picks up a bouquet of flowers and then, you know, cooks a dish. Or you could buy something from Trader Joe's while you're there. Buy like a little pumpkin loaf or something like that. So everyone bring like 1 or 2 bouquets of flowers and everyone bring like 1 dessert or 1 main entree or something like that. And then once everyone gets all together, you all have enough flowers to do the flower arranging. You can literally, I'm not joking you guys, you can use water glasses to put together these arrangements. Sometimes I remember I did this when we were in Italy because the home we were staying at didn't have any flower vases. I literally just filled up like a little cup just like this with a bunch of little flowers and made cute little arrangements for the table. And it was so easy and it still looked amazing. So you don't necessarily need to go out and buy a bunch of vases, but another thing, like if you're really crafty or creative or, you know, kind of into this sort of stuff, you can also go to Goodwill and find a vase. There's so many vases at Goodwill or like secondhand stores that are gonna be so cool and so unique. So you can also do that. And then, yeah, it's not like one person has to shell out and buy all the flowers and all the food and host everyone, you know, like it can be a group thing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that like if you've been wanting to host or try to do something like this, you don't have to wait until you have, you know, all the right things or the biggest friend group or anything like that. Like this is gonna be my smallest lunch or dinner yet. So it's only gonna be me and then 3 other girls, and it's kind of perfect because we're gonna need the space to arrange things. So yeah, I hope that like this inspires you guys just to know that like, don't overthink it. You can totally do this. And afterwards, like it's just the best feeling to feel like you brought everyone together and just had like such a wholesome time together. So.
Good morning, you guys. It is literally 6 a.m. I'm so tired. I didn't update you last night because honestly I had so much other work I had to finish up before the end of the week. So that's pretty much what I did for the rest of the day. I also made the squash soup last night, which I feel like it tastes so much better after being in the fridge overnight anyway, because the flavors get to mix and mingle. But yeah, the moon is still out, but we're gonna start getting ready because today we have to make the quiche and the cinnamon rolls. So I was hoping I would be able to make at least like the quiche the day before or prep the cinnamon rolls the day before, but literally I had so much work yesterday that I couldn't. So, but now I'm gonna go take a shower and get hype for this day. Fresh out of the shower, skincare. So last night I had to pop these dahlias in the fridge because they were starting to wilt, and I'm kind of worried about them. I don't know how good they're gonna look by the time everyone gets here. I called my mom, as one does, and she told me that this is typical for dahlias and that they're really temperamental. So we're just gonna have to see. I just did, disregard the mess in the background. I just did my full makeup for TikTok. I forgot to film anything for the vlog, but maybe it's for the better. Yeah, I love how my makeup turned out. Needs to marinate a little bit, you know how it is. But yeah, let's get to cooking. Okay guys, my cinnamon roll dough is set aside to rise. I am gonna run over to the farmer's market at the park by my apartment and pick up some edible flowers and some vegetables. Hi guys, so I am currently doing the quiche. We have the bacon and the onions in here cooking.
And then I par-baked the crust for the cinnamon rolls. You guys, it was almost dire. It was literally almost dire. The dough was not rising. So the dough has been in here and it's starting to rise. So I think everything is gonna go as planned.
Patting and shaking it first. You don't really need to
Oh, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Yep. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah.
I feel like you can never.
Yeah, I get that.
We're almost done.
Perfect. Okay, so what's the next step? Rolling
one of
it?
the.
Yeah.
Now we're ready to roll. So
Period.
that's sections of it by basically strangling your cinnamon.
That's so cute.
Cream cheese icing. Start with 2 tablespoons of softened butter. These up and soften this icing. We're also gonna add
It's sugar. This is
gooey icing and also powdered sugar you have.
Hey guys. Okay, so I am doing the salad or like the crudité now. It's kind of a last minute thing. I actually went over to the farmer's market this morning to go and get these vegetables. Look how pretty these carrots are. So I'm gonna wash these, probably cut them up a little bit, and then just spread them out on my platter and make them look really pretty. I feel like every time I have a dinner party, like no one really eats, literally no one eats the charcuterie or the crudité. I feel like people just get scared because they don't want to mess up the display. So I'm not gonna get too emotionally attached to this. Cinnamon rolls are proofing right now. The quiche is done. It is 11:47. People are gonna start showing up in an hour. So we're feeling pretty good about things. But I'll update you guys probably closer to when everyone arrives. We are 15 minutes out from people arriving. This is when I start to feel really nervous. But everything is like pretty much ready to go. But this is how we're looking. So everyone has their little like flower vase here, their table setting with their name card. We have the flowers lining the table, which I think looks really cute. And then I just put the food over here. So we have charcuterie, or not charcuterie, crudité. Look how pretty these hydrangeas are. We have the quiche, which I'm actually gonna remove this so that it doesn't get soggy. And then a little bit of water, candle. The vibes are so right. And this is what the cinnamon rolls are looking like. So we're gonna pop those in just when people arrive. Cute. Yay. That's cute.
I'm sure they know you, but if they don't,
Kids books. Say hi. I'm sure everyone on YouTube's already gonna know you. You look so cute. Look at the whole outfit. It's giving
Sandra.
bougie, or with our matching shoes.
Yes.
Hey, because somebody said to me that if there's check. No, I have to do another. Yay, I'm so excited.
Cute, guys.
Oh my gosh, cheers. Cheers.
So cute.
So delicious.
No, you're right.
It's so good.
Really?
It's so like moist.
Yeah.
Really?
So good.
It's my life. Like, it is my favorite.
She was like, this is my favorite dessert.
No, it's my favorite dessert. I could eat a cinnamon roll, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Depressed cinnamon roll, happy cinnamon roll, birthday cake cinnamon roll.
Ooh, I want to see a cake version. You know what I put in here that I wish I didn't though is
Look at us, we're such ladies.
pretending to go in the city. Truly, nothing is off limits. Snip away at whatever you want.
Get creative. I know.
Of course. Of course.
One was like, I'm starting a business. I'm taking the order. Lois, you literally look like an angel over there in the light. Hi, you guys. The brunch is over. It was so nice. It was great. The girls just left. I have my robe on, my comfort garment. Honestly, it couldn't have gone better. One of the girls wasn't able to join because she had a dental emergency, unfortunately. So it was just 3 of us, but honestly, it was so nice. We all just got to chat. The 2 girls who were here didn't know each other, so it was really nice to introduce them. And I think that they're gonna become quick friends. But yeah, the food was really good. I'm a little flustered right now. I'm a little like, I'm a little dead. But the food was really good. The quiche turned out great. The cinnamon rolls turned out great. I did add clove instead of nutmeg, which was a mistake. Don't do that if you make them. But they were still good. The charcuterie was good. The soup was good. The girls had seconds of the quiche, which always makes me feel good when people want seconds. The flower arranging was great. I have so many flowers left over, so I think I'm gonna put together some arrangements for the people who work in my building. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that I am so grateful to be able to make these experiences happen and make them so lovely for all my friends, and that you guys just continue to love and support my dinner party series. This is my first time sharing about it on YouTube, so please let me know in the comments what you liked about this vlog, maybe what you want to see more of or less of in the next one. And I'm gonna link all of the things that I wore and used in the description so you guys can also host. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.